Russell Dorsey, Brotherhood Initiate. Welcome to Fort Atlas.
Trust them? I know how to fix things. That's a skill, right? I want to be... I think our saviors have finally arrived.
Hello, Russell Dorsey, Brotherhood Initiate. Welcome to Fort Atlas. Looking to sign up? Or just curious? Well, either way, I guess it's not me you want to talk to. Most of the fort's off limits to civilians, but if you're interested, Knight Shin's in charge of the new recruits. He's very serious about protocol and security, so you'll have to speak to him first if you want to get anywhere.
Whatever it takes.
I have real duties to attend to. The outer perimeter is still insecure, the provisions aren't properly stowed, and we're awash in hopefuls. I have no time to be babysitting civilians.
Your duties are what I say they are, Knight. Your objections are noted, but this is a direct order from your commanding officer. Help us put on a good face for the local people. We've just moved into their backyard. They're nervous. Show them we mean no harm.
If you insist, Paladin. If there's nothing further, I'll have the completed report on your desk shortly.
I expect nothing less from you. As you were, Shin.
Paladin.
Fortifications appear adequate, if rushed.
All this concrete, places like a tomb.
I'm never gonna make a name for myself holding down the fort. When do I get to go out and prove my worth?
Military-grade hardware, more common amongst the ones from California.
I am a link in the chain that binds. That is what keeps this order together. You had better have if you're here with a request for the Brotherhood, get in line. I don't have time for you right now.
Victorium even need?
The California members show no signs of infectious disease from outside the territory.
Did he? Initiate Dorsey is supposed to be manning his post at the entrance, not acting as
Never
my
forget the
secretary.
heroes of Fort Defiance.
Initiate Dorsey is too trusting, but I can't fault his commitment. Perhaps he sees something in you worth our interest. Are you another aspirant to our order?
Got to be getting back to the farm soon.
If you mean that, then you are right. But if that's sarcasm, I recommend you stow it. Immediately.
I'll show those raiders.
Normally, I'd stick you with the other hopefuls until we decide whether you're worthy. But if you're serious about joining us, you've got good timing. There's something you could do for me that would help the Order and demonstrate your qualities as a candidate.
We're all in for it. Mark my
We've had a number of civilians show up here at Fort Atlas, asking for one thing or another from the Brotherhood. People are afraid, or want something, or are looking to involve us in local squabbles. Civilian outreach is not my specialty.
Everything
There's
makes
too much
sense
left to
to
do to secure this facility.
my place.
If you're really interested in helping, save my time. Interview the petitioners, find out what they want, and report back to me. Do this right. Don't make me regret giving you the opportunity. Conduct yourself properly, and we can consider putting you forward as an initiate candidate.
The Scorched, the Raiders, the Ghouls. If anything tries to attack, we'll be ready.
You better have something useful to say to me.
concrete. Places like
Oh,
a tomb.
can't even come to me himself? What, he needs to requisition some more armor polish? All right. Keep
Reminds
it
my
cool,
mouth
Sean.
to my power armor.
So, what's he gotta say to me?
Bored.
Hope this lot's true to their word.
Another nuke. We arrived in Appalachia not a moment too soon.
This place is kind of a dump.
Ain't no kind of life wrapped up in metal.
Someone returned their gun to the wrong place again.
The problem
Why need to call
is that a
this
couple of these Brotherhood clowns
imagine
showed
the
up and took a
Brotherhood
bunch
would
of my
object
stuff
to
at
collection of
gunpoint.
blood samples
Now I'm a
from
peaceful
the
man. I really am. I sure wasn't equipped to deal with armed thugs requisitioning the little I've managed to put together for myself. Never understood the
We have
Raiders.
to cut ourselves free
I like
from
the
America
quiet life.
to rebuild.
I don't need much,
Take
and I need
the
trouble
old,
less.
forge it anew.
But after this,
Got to be getting back to the farm soon.
I get it. I came here to give the Brotherhood a chance to make things right. Else maybe I go to Crater and start doing things their way. At least they don't pretend to be the good guys.
We'll make Atlas stronger than Fort Defiance ever was.
Hey, thanks. I just needed someone to listen and take me seriously.
Black Brotherhood oversight for so long.
I hope you can convince them.
Still, this is...
The fight is just beginning. Stay disciplined.
What is it? Yes. Something I can help you with? I am waiting to speak with a Brotherhood representative. I have no interest in small talk with strangers.
The elders have so much to teach us. I hope
The
I
severe
can
gentleman in the
person
power
someday.
armor, yes. Dr. Edgar Blackburn at your service. And what did Knight Shin want to know? I had heard that the Brotherhood possessed advanced technology. As a doctor and a scientist, this was of great interest. My research is always in need of equipment and materials rather difficult to obtain by scavenging and bartering. I came to see if an arrangement could be made, but from what I can see of their operations, they are as yet still in too much disarray. Given the state of my fellow supplicants, I would hypothesize that their needs likely outweigh my own. Thank you. Be well.
This place goes sour and we're all in for it. Mark my words. Well, now look at you. You with these Steel brother fellas? I've been waiting a good spell to talk to them. Well, it's about time. I'd like to die of old age waiting on them. Name's Art Knapp. So, what's this knight fella sent you for? A fair trade's what I want. I've heard stories about these steel types back in the day. They was going around taking things from folks. For the cause, they said. Yeah, like that don't make them raiders too. Well, I ain't got much, and I already got to worry about raiders. So, I reckon it's better to make a deal up front. My farm don't produce much, but I got some extra, and I expect they'll have a use for it. In return, I want these steel boys and girls to keep raiders away from my farm. Heard a lot of noise they was on our side. So, seems fair.
I'm never gonna make a name for myself holding down.
Fair enough. Can't expect more than that. Thank you. You take care too.
Disorder is to be expected in a place that lacked Brotherhood oversight for so long.
The old world has
Hey!
so much to teach.
Yeah, you. Who do I need to talk to around here? You know, about the guns? You don't look like one of these Brotherhood yahoos. Name's Tally Lane. What's your deal? Shin? He the scary guy with the stick up his butt? Alright,
Each day
shoot.
in service of the Brotherhood is a step forward.
Hey, Ixnay on the Ader Cray! You trying to blow this for me? Listen, my gang could really use those guns, so don't screw this up for me.
Look what else arrived. I'm glad we
If
guarded
anybody asks, just pretend like you bought the act, okay? Yeah, that's right. Big shiny guns. Now, all the talk in the area is about these Brotherhood folks with their high-tech toys, and I thought, Tally, you gotta get some of that. For self-defense, of course. Just so me and some of my poor, innocent friends can protect ourselves from all the nasty folks out there.
when I'm put on patrol day and night.
Hey, I get it. Promises backfire all the time. Well, go get him, Tiger.
Show no signs of infectious disease from outside the territory.
Someone returned their gun to the wrong place again.
We're all links in the chain.
Do I need to call a seminar on this? Have you finished the task I gave you? Good. Let's get this done. I have the list from their arrival. Give me the high-level overview.
Everything makes sense now.
The Brotherhood is not a charity, and our mission does not cover providing civilians with equipment to pursue their personal interests, unless the Doctor intends to provide that research to the Brotherhood exclusively.
no
And
kind
under
of
our
life
supervision,
wrapped up in
he will
metal.
get nothing. That shows commendable discipline. Scribe Valdez may have interest if he returns, but if so, he is her problem. That appears to resolve the matter on our end. Next report.
The settlers want to rebuild.
We are not mercenaries here to serve as guards for anyone with some goods to trade in payment.
We're gonna make the same mistakes moving forward.
That's irrelevant.
Getting back to the farm.
The Brotherhood cannot simply be hired out to every farmer and homesteader. We have our own concerns. Enough about that. What's next?
Recruits appear healthy, if underfed.
No, we are not arms dealers. Is she? We would never have given her weapons. This only reinforces that. If you intend to be an initiate, I can't have any doubts about your loyalties. Don't ask will not be an acceptable answer in the future. Moving on.
The elders have so much to
Impossible.
teach us.
Whatever happened, it was not us. That sounds like something Paladin Romani would say. But what he believes is of no concern of ours. Our people did not rob this man. We are not involved, and it should remain that way. That's everything. Against my initial judgment, you have shown that you can take orders and make yourself useful for the Brotherhood. You need to lose those soft civilian instincts, but I will make note of your assistance in my report to Paladin Romani. Ready to finish your report? Against my initial judgment, you have shown that you can take orders and make yourself useful for the Brotherhood. You need to lose those soft civilian instincts, but I will make note of your assistance in my report to Paladin Romani. Should you wish to join our ranks, I will not oppose your enlistment
I'll show those
and
raiders.
grant you permission, provisionally, to enter the compound proper. Go to our scribe Valdez. You will need her support as well if you want Paladin Romani's attention. Be vigilant, outsider.
We have to cut ourselves free from America to rebuild America. Take the old, forge it anew.
I trust it wasn't a mistake to let you back here.
Everything makes sense now. This is my place, my mission. The settlers want to rebuild, but they're only looking to the future. We need to understand the past as well, or we'll make the same mistakes going forward.
Another nuke. We arrived in Appalachia not a moment too soon.
I can't wait to tell Max about my latest patrol. He is gonna love it. I hope my next mission is soon. I'm tired of being stuck in Fort Atlas.
Old world science solved a lot of problems back in the day. What else it brought? I'm glad we guard our intent closely.
My own operation. All this much paperwork.
We'll make Atlas stronger than Fort Defiance ever was.
Greetings.
Need to see if we can spare any supplies for the relief efforts. Might buy us goodwill with the locals. The old world has so much to teach.
Throwing nukes left and right. Do the people of Appalachia think a bomb is a plaything?
years, and then it's back to working on that vertebrate.
World science solved a lot of problems back then.
What's the... Hello, civilian. I don't mean to be rude, but what exactly are you doing up here? Oh, a prospective initiate. The Knight Shin sent you. And I guess we're both in luck. Paladin Romani makes the call on new recruits, but the Knight and I have some influence. It just so happens I'm in need of someone to help me out on a little mission. If you're interested, I can bring you along and put you to work. Do a good job, and I'll send a recommendation your way. How about it? Didn't even have to think about it, did you? Let me give you a quick rundown of the mission before we start. Our new base is littered with old technology, but there's something in particular I want to investigate. It's down in the bowels of this place, a part of Atlas that we've cornered off. I'm not keen on going alone, so I'd like some backup. Any questions before we start? Great! Unfortunately, I need to finish up a few things here. Head downstairs and I'll meet you in a bit. If you're gonna be walking around up here, at least grab a wrench and help me out.
We have to cut ourselves free from America.
Don't
to
mind this
rebuild
clutter.
America.
Atlas is a work in progress.
Take the old and forge it anew.
I don't suppose you know how to spot weld. Good, you're here. So, how do you feel about reading comprehension? I was hoping to start out by sweeping the area for documentation left behind from before the war. Are you trying to get on my good side? Good, you're here. So, how do you feel about reading comprehension? I was hoping to start out by sweeping the area for documentation left behind from before the war. Are you trying to get on my good side? Because that's how you get on my good side. But enough about that. I'd like to get started. Let's head downstairs and see what we can turn up. Looks like what we need. Here's one. Here's a document. This must be Dr. Hammond, Atlas's lead scientist. We recovered some of his holotapes and logs in our initial sweep of the area. This tech down here is his handiwork, and he couldn't give it up. Even after the war, I should make arrangements for a proper burial. I think this is good. Let's talk for a sec. That should be enough to start. Let me take a look. Atlas decommission report. That should be enough to start. Let me take a look. Atlas decommission report. So the project was in bad shape after all? I knew it sounded too good to be true. Fascinating. Wow. This is some seriously classified stuff that I just let you read, isn't it? I wasn't supposed to show you any of this. That's a mature attitude to take. I really appreciate that. There's only so much I can tell you, but I'll share what I feel is relevant. Atlas wasn't exactly an observatory before the war. That was just a front. The military conducted research here. Pretty advanced research. We're down here to investigate and see what's worth salvaging for the Brotherhood. I did ask you to help, after all. It's only fair you're prepared for what you might find. Now, let's follow up on some leads from this report. I'd like to do a quick inspection of some key components that should be nearby. There's probably a terminal around here. If it's still running, we can do a diagnostics test. That will tell us about some of the less accessible hardware. The report mentioned that the machine's intake pump was under a lot of pressure. Let's find the release valve for that and give it a spin, see what happens. Finally, the lower core on this level should have a wiring box. Why don't we take a glance at that to get an idea of the electrical hookups? Should be a simple inspection. You can have point, but I'll be looking over your shoulder the whole way. Take note of the details and we'll discuss how it goes after. Interesting. All right, let's go over the inspection results. The diagnostics check revealed some issues. Flux disruption in the induction loop, intake valves ruptured, and the ion focus? Misaligned. Problematic to say the least. Next, we have the release valve. That went. Well, what was your assessment? It certainly did. I'm going to mark that down as bad. Last but not least, the wiring. The wires were... Yep. I think the warm reception they gave us also points to that. Okay, well, sorry about the pop quiz. But in general, you're handling yourself well so far. Nobody does, outside of a classroom. That's why I love to evaluate new prospects this way. If I'm going to recommend you to Paladin Romani, I need to know you're serious. Can you pay attention? Think on your feet? If you can, you earn my favor. If you can't, then, well, maybe I reconsider my recommendation. I'm worried about what our inspection turned up. There are a few parts I'd like to extract and examine in my lab. There's the pressure gauge, the core processor, and the ion focus. They should be upstairs. There's a lot I can learn from examining them if we can pull them out and get them back to my lab in decent condition. I want to take some notes on the core up there, so I'm going to leave the parts removal to you. Each extraction will be a little different, but in general, you'll want to use a light touch. I want the components in good condition, so please be careful. Any questions, or are you ready to get started? I'm counting on you. Let's see what you can do.